You're watching and listening to Wood and Erek. The show begins now.
Good! Wow, that's coming in hot. Morning. Is that actually coming in super hot? Is that what this mic used to do? The Rode mic used to come in really hot when we started, remember?
Yes,
That's why we stopped using it.
Yep.
I think maybe it's leveled out. Whoa. Good morning, Erek.
Hey, good evening. Wood and Kim.
Yeah,
and
we're both
producer.
here.
How y'all doing?
Looks like Erek is coming in a little quiet here.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want me to bump up?
I bumped you. How's it sound now?
Okay. Testing 1, 2.
Oh,
We're doing it live.
you sound louder now. Does that sound
right.
good?
Yeah, that seems better.
Okay.
Do you want to restart a little? Because I think I did come in really hot.
All right.
You know what?
Yeah.
We've never restarted live. No, we've actually
No,
always got
just-
away without restart. Do we make this the first time we restart?
I don't know. I don't care. It's fine. You can go back to the splash screen and we can come back like nothing's ever
No,
happened.
I don't want that. I don't want to
Oh,
go
boy.
all the way back.
Oh, okay.
I would just go back to good morning.
Okay,
You know
well,
what?
let's do that.
You know what? Play the voicemail, producer. We're rolling with it.
We're ready to go.
Hey, Wood and Erek. I haven't tuned in for the past few episodes because life's been stressful, but I like to make the wee. And,
Wait.
I'm sitting here by the lake, and
That
I
was
was
really
like
good.
looking for someone to talk to, and I was scrolling through my contacts. When I said found my contacts, there's Wood and Erek, and I was like, oh, I should leave a message for Wood and Erek because
You should.
those guys are
Yeah,
kind
it
of
should.
cool. And, oh
We are
my
kinda
God,
cool.
what did I just hear? Oh.
What was
like
that?
birds or
What happened?
snakes or something in the bushes. Though. I'm
Oh,
kinda
good
scared.
lord.
Oh, no.
I would be too.
Anyways, I hope you guys are doing good. Yeah.
Well,
Well, thank you.
Stay-
We're doing well.
Stay,
oh,
Okay.
stay frosty.
okay.
That was pretty good.
For starters, amazing. Look out for those snakes.
Oh.
Secondly, that was too good of an impression. That's him, right?
I think we found our suspect.
That
That's the
must
voice.
have been him calling back in, like 100%. Thank you so much for the voicemail. I think
Well,
we
thank you.
finally solved. Can we get a voice? I want to get a clip of him saying "Stay frosty." I think that would be good.
Oh, yeah.
I want that as a clip.
Yeah, I could do that.
Speaking of staying frosty, I want to really quickly show you something that looks disgusting.
Okay, let's have a look.
Look at this.
Oh, what is that? What is on top of that?
So this is cold brew coffee, which we'll get to. And I put eggnog in there, and I wanted like a little bit of mint cream on top. So I poured this mint cream that I bought, and apparently it's tinted red.
Yeah.
So it looks disgusting.
Really gross.
I
It
can't
looks-
even.
It looks foul, but it's literally just mint cream. It's good.
Yeah.
It's just I wanted to make everyone aware that I'm not drinking slurry.
Oh, I can't even. Well, okay, I can't tell. I'll tell you off air what I think that looks like. It does not look.
Kim already said it looked like something that we can't say on camera.
Okay, yeah, we're probably thinking the same thing then.
Okay,
so yeah,
maybe, possibly.
we'll leave it at that. Oh, there you go. I'm armed with my beverage here. Looks like the producer's got. What do you got over there?
I've got myself an espresso. Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
You know, we had that discussion the other day about making some nice pumpkin spice lattes and stuff. And I was like, oh, yeah, I got to have one this time.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I've been making a ton of pumpkin spice
Yeah.
lattes. Actually, let's just jump straight into that real quickly.
Let's do
Oh,
yeah,
actually,
do that.
no, never mind.
Oh, what?
You have something. Should we do that
Okay.
first? Coffee
Let's talk
first, surprise first.
We're already on coffee. All right, let's finish our coffee talk with something that I've planned for today. So anyway, you've been doing a lot of pumpkin spice lattes lately. What's the vibe? I mean, it's fall over there, man.
So, for my birthday, I got a new coffee machine.
Ooh,
Actually, can I show you really quickly?
happy belated
Yes.
birthday! Even though I told
Thank
Please
you.
do.
I was wondering when one of you would say it. Apparently, now.
Happy
Took
birthday,
you,
Wood.
Took your time.
Love you, buddy.
you. Sorry, about a week late.
If you've got your streams open, boys, this
Yes.
is the
Ooh.
new coffee maker.
Look at that beast.
And I love it. It's a Breville something.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I have a new obsession because
Wow, that
I used to have the coffee machine where you put the beans in the top and you press a button and it makes you your coffee, right? Like super automated and quick. This is a science, and I've been loving it. So you grind your own beans on the left there. And when I say you grind your own beans on the left, hold on, let me find another photo. You stick this thing in, and when I said it's a science, it's because I have to even weigh everything. I gotta weigh like 18 grams of coffee, and then I gotta like make sure it's fine enough so that when I pour the shot, it's a perfect shot of coffee. Yeah. So I've been making coffee like that. I've been making cold brew coffee with this actual like cold brew jug that I bought, and I've been leaving it in the fridge for like 8 hours brewing cold coffee.
That's how you do it.
My lord, I'm on a coffee kick. Yeah, I made Kim pumpkin spice cold brew earlier, and
really good.
Kim said it was good.
It was good. Yeah.
Nice.
How are you, Kim, by the way?
I'm good.
Kim has her own microphone this
do,
time.
yeah.
She's nowhere near it.
I'm
But-
close. What, pull? Okay.
Yeah,
There you go.
Got
That's it.
All right. That'll do.
And Kim said because we have a lot to talk about, but I want to know what your surprise is.
Okay. So look, it's been, so we missed the show last week because you were busy. You were at TooManyGames. It was your birthday weekend, and you know what I mean. It was just too much to bite off. I guess you know, whatever that old saying. So we postponed the podcast. We were going to do it midweek, and then we just figured, you know, don't worry about it. Oh, look at that thing there. That's great.
Yeah, sorry. While you were talking, I figured I'd show the coffees I've been making. I made that one.
God.
Whew.
Oh, so
Yeah.
does that have a
That's
steamer and everything built into it?
Yeah, I frost my own milk. I even did like a design on it. Here, I'll show you. I got a picture of the design.
That.
I have. Let me open all three of these photos. Actually, this
I'll
podcast
show mine.
is a mess. So there's
fine.
there's my very hobbled first attempt at a design.
Nice.
Where are we here? And then I have, this was my pumpkin spice cold brew, you know, when I don't have the red mint cream looking awful.
That looks delicious.
And then this was my attempt at oat milk.
That's a really good one.
The design was
You
nice,
did a good job on that.
but it didn't taste as good.
Oh.
It didn't
That looks
froth
like
as well.
a Pokemon fossil.
Oh, it
That's
does,
exactly
yeah.
what I was going for.
That's
Glad
awesome.
I finally.
But I'm glad it looked like something.
The worst.
I bought a. Go
the
ahead.
worst part about like making your own like home espresso or like lattes, like the frothing and all that, is like the sound that the wand makes. You know, it's like
Yeah, I know.
oh, it's.
Do you have
like,
you wouldn't happen to
something
have
from,
a
like-
comparison, would you?
Have what?
You wouldn't happen to have like a sound example or anything?
I don't
No,
know. It's
please,
like one of those things.
please
Like,
No,
don't.
okay.
You can't.
Yeah.
You can't goad it on. It needs to happen naturally.
Okay, yeah, okay, yeah.
It's just the worst though, like because you turn it on and it's like all the animals in the area are like, you know, and just like suddenly alert,
Yeah, I
going
know.
nuts, and just like,
It's so loud.
I love that sound of frothing the milk where it's like.
Yeah. The steam bubbles. I've talked about this before on the show when we did what's like the most handy piece of electronic that we own, and I said mine was the coffee machine, and I've gotten pretty good at making Amber's coffees every day now because my camera has autofocus. It should focus in on this. Look at this latte art.
Oh, nice! It looks like a
That's
little
really
feather.
good.
Yeah, so I've been doing pretty good, and it's all about the wrist, like as well. Like you have to do like a little swirl and then just let it pour, and then just go straight through. I don't know. There's an art to it, so I don't know. I would love to be a barista one day, just to try it, just to see if I can get
I've
some
been
different.
feeling like a barista in my home. I've been making so much coffee; it's ridiculous.
you once upon a time you were a barista, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right, Wood?
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say it, but yeah, I used to make coffee way back in my heyday.
Oh, that's awesome.
But
Kim, I envy you.
Kim
That's a
doesn't.
good job.
Kim doesn't drink as much coffee
No,
as.
not as much as you. No,
I was really happy you liked the pumpkin spice latte.
no, it's really good.
Yeah, that was a proud moment for me because you downed the whole thing. I was like,
did. Yeah,
yes.
no, it was good.
You've done well.
All right. I want to see your surprise. I keep interrupting
Okay.
with coffee. I want to know what you've made.
Okay, so anyway, the lead up to it is, it's been a couple weeks since we did the podcast last, and I've been reminiscing about like, you know, our friendship over the last close to 10 years. So I got in touch with some friends over at Hollywood and put together something very special that, again, I alluded to before the show started, that we might be able to use if as a theatrical trailer or something like that. I don't know. So if you want to load it up.
Okay, well, you have control of hitting play. I do want to say, though, I think it's very funny that you've uploaded this to your actual channel. I can tell because the auto playlist down below are your other videos.
Oh, so
This is on your channel on Unlisted, which is great
Yes, it
for
is.
your analytics.
those 4 views. Honestly, I have not stopped watching it. I was up late last night.
Okay.
No, I wasn't. My friends at Hollywood were. So okay, we're gonna go ahead and play the
Do it.
the Wood and Erek
We
movie
should
trailer.
be able to hear it.
Yeah, here we go. The first 5 seconds are silent, so just
I'll let you know if there's no audio. Let me know when there's supposed to be audio.
I hear audio.
there is audio.
Oh, I can't hear it.
Okay. You should be able to. Can you hear it? Can you not hear it?
Can we hear it, Kim? I can't hear it.
No.
I could hear
Hold
it.
on.
Oh,
No.
you can hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Oh.
Can you share your audio with us?
Me?
No, producer.
Yeah, I can do that.
I can do
You
that.
have to hear it.
I
have to hear it.
believe me, I want to hear it.
Okay. Hang on. Gotta adjust my.
We spoiled the
routing
first 5 seconds of it.
here. Chat, like,
Yeah, chat. We couldn't hear it either. Don't worry. That's probably
it's fine.
something on my end, or I don't know what it would
You
be.
got something muted over there?
Okay.
Okay.
Try again.
Okay. Here we go. I'll tell you when I hear sound.
Okay. I also tried something different on my end.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. You should be able to hear it straight away.
I hear it straight away.
Okay, good.
Okay, pause it because I'm sharing my audio.
Okay.
And
Well, all
gotta
right.
make sure.
Well, I
Tell
think,
me when.
I think I was hearing it through your audio.
Oh, I thought it was because you tried something different.
Oh,
Hold on. I will try.
Yeah, because
it
stream is saying there's no audio.
for what? Yeah.
Muted this.
Oh my god.
What a nightmare.
Oh, man.
I will try one more thing differently. Hold on.
Okay.
We'll put this through here.
Sorry, we're just troubleshooting a lot. You got a different setup happening today
know.
for a second mic.
Hit
So.
play now. We'll try now.
Okay, you should be able to hear sound straight away. Do you hear anything?
No, I don't hear anything, and I don't
Here,
know
I'll
why.
share mine.
It's-
Go ahead.
Yeah, share
Okay.
yours. Share yours.
All right.
Just hit play. It's fine. Just hit play.
Okay.
We'll
Here we
fix it
go.
in post.
Do you hear it?
Mhm.
Okay.
In a world where nothing is certain and tomorrow is never guaranteed, through the fingers of fate, an unlikely friendship was forged.
Oh my god.
A man from out of town. A man not from out of town. A voice who nobody knows the true identity of. Companionship was casted through digital delivery, refined in reality, and perfected in pixels. Right here, right
Oh
now.
god. So doughy.
This is
The Wood and Erek Show.
My god.
So there you go.
Oh, that's fantastic.
That's our
I-
movie trailer.
You really should have sold that as my birthday present. I think you messed up because that was perfect.
It was.
Dude, you know my immediate thought for that? By the way,
What's that?
amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
That could be the intro for our
That's what I
for
would-
our show.
Yeah.
Every episode.
You know,
I think it's funny because it's like this dramatic in a world, and then it's like, hey, with value for
world.
voicemail.
Coming next summer. I loved the comments coming up on the screen.
Yeah.
Very mysterious as to who the
Yeah,
producer may
again,
be.
nobody knows. My favorite one was Car Steve said, "I want a cinnamon scroll." You have to go back to be able to read them all. It's hilarious.
wow. Hollywood did such a great job.
They really
I think
did.
you
They
did
were.
a fantastic job.
Yeah.
I thought about it yesterday, and I could not stop laughing to myself. Like we were just sitting at the dinner table last night, and I was just like. So as soon as everybody went to bed, I went downstairs here and worked for. Sorry, Hollywood worked
Holly,
for
I was
about
gonna
3
say,
hours.
wait,
yeah.
what do you mean you
Yeah.
you Hollywood,
it was,
right?
no, Hollywood, Mr.
He
Hollywood.
got to work on telling Hollywood what to do. You know.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that. That was wonderful. I really appreciate that.
Yep.
Oh,
So that's what you've been working on the last 2 weeks.
By all means.
You want to know what Kim and I have been up to?
Let's hear it.
We went to a little convention. Actually, let's backtrack
Okay.
to today.
Oh.
Which
Let's
is
hear
not,
it. Back to
which is not really backtracking.
Forward track.
4-track.
We went to the fair today. I want
Yeah.
to tell that story really quickly. We went to the Texas State Fair.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It was the last day of the fair. We've been trying to get friends to go with us, but we realized we didn't have any. So we decided to go on our own. I got some pictures from the fair. You guys want to see?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
How are these opening? They're not.
I don't know.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
All right.
you got
Oh,
it.
in the complete wrong order. Great.
dear.
Thank you. So this is us. We always take a photo with the very terrifying giant man, who is supposed to be some kind of idol here. Who is this guy?
That's Big Tex.
That's Big Tex.
Big Tex.
Of course, known for fitting into any size jean and
Sure.
being creepy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't like that they make his eyes and mouth move now. That
His eyes
Oh
and
my
mouth
God,
move. I
what?
didn't notice
Yeah, you
that.
didn't-
That's terrifying.
he does.
That's
the
a no from me.
announcements. You didn't watch his face.
Oh, I remember
His
that last
creepy,
year. Yeah.
creepy face. Yeah, I don't like it.
That's very terrifying.
good.
It does move.
It's
What?
no
What?
good. Oh, thanks.
Who actually is he? Is he like the
It's
Paul
like-
Bundy of
Paul Bunyan.
What's that?
That's
what's
two
the
different people.
What's that Axeman's name?
Paul Bunyan.
Paul Bunyan.
Paul
That
Bunyan.
that Paul Bunyan guy. Is that your version of him?
Big Tex.
I honestly don't know what or who he was supposed to be. All I know
Oh.
is that he's like the mascot of the state fair.
Okay,
And,
great.
We would color Big Tex. There was like a point in the year when you're little, you get a Big Tex and you color him. But that's they didn't really explain anything.
Well, that's Big Tex.
Yeah, he's very large.
Larger than life.
Yeah,
Then I want to say there were so many people.
It
Like I don't
was
know if you can see,
bad, yeah.
but that's like a whole sea of people back there.
yeah.
So we were in and out in like a couple hours
Yeah.
because we didn't want to get that close to anyone.
Yeah.
And also we're in Texas and peace and love, but we were the only two people wearing a mask.
Yeah, the
So-
masks are required signs were treated more as a
Yeah,
suggestion.
there were so many like there was like an auto show area, there was like
any
a
indoor area.
yeah,
said
any indoor
masks
area was
required,
like
and
please
not
put a mask
single
on. So Kim and
person-
I, put our masks on going in.
Of course.
Not
yeah.
a single person.
Nah.
I guess mask required here means mask suggested.
I mean, but to be fair, how would you regulate that? How would you yell at like hundreds of people at once?
yeah, you can't.
You
I mean,
can't. What are you gonna do? You're gonna police all those people?
when everyone's doing it.
Exactly. Difficult.
But anyway, we were as careful as we could be, and then got out of there when it started getting real busy. But
Things you do for a Fletcher's corn dog, I swear.
yeah, that's the thing. For anyone who's never been to a Texas fair, their whole thing is fried everything. Sorry for this low res picture, but
Yeah, he took it
they
from far
have
away.
fried everything. We
This is a
lined up
good-
here.
yeah, this is-
Chicken parm fried.
Yes. So this was like the best stall, but there's so many other things we
Yeah.
can get to, like fried Oreos.
I should have kept the stupid little booklet. that
Yeah, I
had
know there
all
was
the,
so many, but we went to this one because they had fried pancakes.
yeah, that sounded
And,
intriguing.
and we wanted to try the fried pancakes.
Yeah.
But they also had, which by the way, they sucked.
It wasn't.
The fried pancakes
Yeah.
sucked.
It sounds like a funnel cake, just with extra steps.
That's pretty much exactly
Yeah,
what
it all
yeah.
kind of just tasted like deep fry. Like it
Yeah.
didn't really have a distinctive.
Well, I think they fry it in pancake batter, so it's a
Yeah,
bit of a
so it's
Russian
really just
nesting
all.
doll of
It's just all a
disappointment.
fried
Yeah.
bowl. But they did have this like lemon syrup they
Oh
were
yeah,
dipped in,
the
and that
lemon saved it. But
that was
without
good.
the lemon, no good.
And just because, all right, so we went in and we immediately walked up. So we tried to buy something and they were like, "Your money's no good here. You have to go over there."
Oh,
and there's
yeah,
a
the
booth where
ticketing.
you trade your money for tickets.
Oh,
So we were like, all right, well, we want to play some games. We want to, get food. So I was like, we'll have fun. I got $100 worth of tickets because I was like, games are going to be expensive, whatever. So we buy a couple of things to eat, and then we go to the game section, and we go to hand them the tickets, and they're like, your tickets are no good here. there are specific tickets for the game area.
Oh my
What?
gosh.
Yeah,
So
oh, they get
stupid.
So then we had to go
Oh,
and
they
buy
get
more
you.
tickets,
Yeah.
and we had this realization that we had $100 that we
Oh,
could
food
only
tickets.
spend on food.
Oh my god.
Which is definitely how they get you. So when we got to this booth, we had like $40 worth of tickets left, and we were like, let's just get something else. The pancakes sucked, but we randomly got fried cookie dough.
And it
Ooh, yum.
was
Oh my
fantastic.
god. I'm usually not to the fried stuff, but that one I completely understand.
Yeah, it's
Like
pretty
our
good.
brains blew. Like that was
Yeah.
so good. If you could hear
I've
the
never had
sound,
anything like that.
if you could hear the sound we made when we ate them,
It was concerning, but yeah.
I can only imagine what that sounded like.
that was your opportunity to be honest.
Oh,
No, not that sound. Not that one.
Oh.
It was not the sound I was talking about. It was pretty close to that, actually. So anyway, Texas is known for the fried food. So there's fried pizza, fried PB&J, fried PB&J with bacon, which they called the Elvis.
yeah. As you do.
What else is here? Fried pepperoni pizza,
Yeah.
fried butter. There was just a fried butter stick.
Yeah. The
Fried
fried
Coke.
Yeah.
What?
I don't.
Yeah,
I,
they love
I
the
wanted
fried
to
Coke.
get that, but last time we got fried jelly, and it was nothing. I don't.
Yeah. Well, the fried drinks are different.
The
They
fried
have
drinks,
this
like-
dissolvable pouch
Yeah.
that they put it in. So when you like fry it, you bite into it and it's edible.
Oh.
It's, yeah.
But
It's
the
not
fried
great,
jelly
Okay.
didn't
but
work
it's a
for
cool
me,
concept.
so I
No,
didn't bother with the fried
They didn't do that
Coke.
with the Jello, and it kind of just melted. It was like just jam in the thing.
Fried
Fair enough.
jambalaya, fried
Oh,
chicken
you know what I
palm,
just
fried
realized?
pizza fries. What?
Do you remember the last time the thing you liked the most, the fried milk and cookies?
Yes,
Those cookie dough balls. That's the exact same thing.
probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, they had that. They had fried Oreos. They had fried Snickers. They had fried. I mean,
They had fried everything.
everything. Like
But-
you imagine it,
Yeah.
they have it fried
Deep
and
fried it.
savory stuff too. Like last
Yeah.
time we got deep fried clam chowder.
And
Like
it was really good.
Oh, no
surprisingly.
way.
You
We didn't
think
like
it. Was
it.
disgusting, but it
we
was
didn't
good.
like it. We just got
you
it.
didn't like it.
Sure.
But here is the picture of our fried
Yeah.
pancakes on the right, and then
Yeah,
fried cookie dough on the left.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks good.
The
Yeah.
cookie dough is good.
The cookie dough was fantastic.
I'm telling you that the fried pancakes are not worth it.
They just looks like it just looks like funnel cake. That's
Yeah.
like,
It's essentially was just
Yeah,
funnel
I
cake.
think
Yeah.
that's pretty accurate.
By the way, I will say just quickly, anybody listening to this after the fact, audio only, it's worth tuning into the video version just to see the photos of the food.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That looks
We
so
have quite
good.
we have quite a few photos today. I have photos from TooManyGames too. This
Oh, you
could
do?
this could be the video version that you need to
okay.
watch.
The
but
presentation.
We'll do our best to explain it. If you don't want to watch the video and you need to picture something deep fried, and that's it.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
about
Like
right.
it doesn't look any
A
different.
light
Pretty much.
shade of brown. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and so we
Oh, yeah, we won
didn't
those.
play many games, but we
Nah.
played a couple, and we
Just
won
enough to win
these
chunky
two guys.
fellas.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah, they're really cute.
Oh, cute.
The one on the right, what did we call him?
Well, it's Elvis and Priscilla.
Yes,
and
because-
we were standing
yeah.
in line for the sandwich.
Yes,
so
right.
I like that.
Yeah.
The one on the right, we won with the duck game, where you
Yeah, you
just
lift the
pick up
ducks.
2 ducks,
Yeah.
and then whatever's on the
She
bottom.
just gave those to
yeah,
us.
I think they
we
were just
didn't
being
win.
nice, but we won
Yeah.
on the bottom of the duck's butt said like S for small.
Yeah, and then
So,
she gave us
had a
the
small
dog.
butt,
Yeah.
and we won a small toy.
Yeah.
And then the other cat thing was the one where it's
Pop
like
the balloons.
yeah, big
Yeah.
grid pattern with balloons in there, and
And
you
you throw
throw
the bean
like
bags.
happy sacks at them, and if you
Yeah.
pop one, you win. And Kim popped 2 and I popped 2, and then
Yeah.
we got that guy.
Yeah.
So it's fun. I like the
cute.
fair. The fair's cute. I
Yeah.
had a good time.
I
I miss going to places like that, man. It's been a very, very long time. And especially with my son now, I would love to go to a fair, but
Do you not have a fair over in like Melbourne? Because Adelaide always had a state fair every
yeah,
year.
well, there has been state fairs. I think the Melbourne show, or I think there was also one here where I live, the Geelong show, but I think everything's been canceled for like 5 years now. So
that makes
You
sense.
know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's the one good thing about being here. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
fair point.
So as long as you take care of yourself, nobody cares. We literally just like wear sanitizer on our hip, take our masks everywhere, and anytime we even remotely touch something, it's like squirt. My hands are so dried out, but I ain't getting sick. So
I mean, you'd have to wash your hands after all the fried food anyway. So
Oh God, yeah.
God.
you don't eat it with your hands.
Oh, well, I don't know.
You guys have a little plastic dinky fork.
Like some
they
sort of
give you.
savage.
Just
Yeah,
go
savage.
Just go face in. Just
Yeah. Just face in.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
That's exactly right. Okay, that was it. That was the fair. That's a lot of. Oh no! On the
that's
way
not
out.
the end.
Okay,
No.
sorry. If you have any more stories from the fair, feel free to tell them.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever ate a turkey leg?
yeah.
No.
I've never had one either. I never understood the fascination, and I never got one because they're always like 20 tickets, which is like
yeah.
$20. So
Yes.
I was like, I don't need a turkey leg. I can imagine that it's probably pretty dry. We had like 30 tickets at the end, and we were leaving, and we'd already
Just get one.
tried to spend everything. So we were like, oh, we'll just get. Kim got a cherry lemonade, which by the way,
Yeah.
Oh.
that was
Really
good.
good.
And I was like, we have 20 tickets left, 21 actually. We'll just get a turkey leg. We wrapped it up. We're driving home. I was like, give me a bite. I'll have a bite. I ate that whole freaking turkey leg. it was like smoked. It was like bacon almost, and it was falling off the bone. I like, Kim, once we were done with your lemonade, we like propped the turkey leg in it and put it in the console, and I had this turkey leg sticking out like a gear shift, and I was just picking like meat chunks off of it while I was driving. I need a turkey leg for my day-to-day commute from now on.
That sounds great. Honestly, like I've never had a turkey leg. My only experience with turkey leg is if you guys watch the Thursday night football on Thanksgiving Day, like whoever wins like the nighttime game has like celebrates with a turkey leg, and I'm like, man, that thing is like huge. There's no way you could fit that in your mouth. So I mean, but you know, by all means,
That's what she
while
said.
you're driving.
There is. That was the perfect length.
Yeah.
That was the absolute perfect length.
Jesus.
I didn't expect there to be so much meat on the bone. I really didn't think there was for $20. I was like, I'm gonna be picking like bones out of my teeth. I'm just gonna keep talking while all three of these people around me are losing it.
Come on, Kim, compose yourself.
It was well worth the 17 tickets. That's all I'm saying. If you ever happen to go to the fair and accidentally drop 100 tickets worth on food, buy yourself
Get
a
the
turkey leg.
It's worth it.
Yeah, there you go. Well, it sounds like you guys had a good time, so I'm happy for you.
Did we
It's good Sunday out.
Oh, we didn't ride the rides because
Oh, yeah.
I shouldn't laugh, but
No, you shouldn't laugh because someone fell out of the ride. It's not funny. I don't know why you were laughing.
I'm sorry.
Kim was really wanting to ride a ride. I'm terrified of rides in
hates
general.
Can't stand
And while we were spending just a portion of our many food tickets at this
we're
Greek
getting a
store,
drink or
You
something.
would just spew it all out on the rides,
dude,
man.
I was getting a chicken kebab. Like we were literally just like buying any food we could.
Anything that looked good.
Anything.
Those things.
And as I'm ordering it, the guy turns to the other girl working there, and he was like, "So what happened?" And the girl goes, "Someone just fell out of that ride."
Oh my god.
And an ambulance started coming down.
Oh, no.
And I was like, Kim, do you still want to ride the rides? She was like, no, I think I'm
good.
It's probably safe
We
now. The broken part's been taken out.
You mean the person? Can I chime in here? Like, I think I understand why you think that's funny. Like, Amber laughs at videos of people falling down escalators. Like, for some
mean,
just a little
I think
different
you
when you
mean-
fall out of a roller coaster.
I think you mean falling
yeah,
up
I
an
mean-
escalator.
We did Google on the way home to see if
I
anyone
tried.
perished, and nothing
no.
came up. So
all
we
that pulled up was previous accidents, and it started.
we're
to make
we're
me think
hoping
the
that
rides are
she's
not
fine.
good.
Yeah, all that pulled up was that last month someone was trampled by a cow.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was
Like
this year.
literally, like at
Yeah.
that fair, someone
She's
was
fine,
trampled.
I think.
Which
but
last time we went, a cow got loose,
out, yeah.
and we were like having to dodge a cow running
I
up.
think this is a yearly occurrence.
I think they need to take better control of their cows.
I feel like,
Sounds like
yeah,
Texas.
Far too
Yeah,
many cows
100%.
running around that fair.
Texas in a nutshell.
pretty much. Yeah.
Come to Texas State Fair and see Big Tex. We don't know what he's done or why he's here, but his mouth
Who is
moves
he?
and it's real creepy. While you're staring at him, you might have someone land on you as they fall out of a roller coaster or trampled by a cow. Either way,
Try our turkey
you'll
legs.
have way too many tickets for food and you won't know what to buy with them.
You should turn that into a movie trailer.
Oh my god. All right, before we get into Too Many Games and that whole
Yes.
weekend and our lunch with Mario, Did you two have anything that you want to regale us with from the two? I haven't talked to you guys in 2 weeks.
I got a couple of things, but by all means, producer, I would like to hear what's happening in your neck of the woods first.
I mean, legitimately, nothing is really going on. Just nephews' birthdays and stuff. It's just nothing.
Oh. Blah blah. Boring stuff. All right. Well, fair enough. So we've talked about on the show before how I did a Kickstarter, and now I've got some of the rewards started coming in. The first of which are guitar picks. So have a look at these. These are signature, because the autofocus works on this now. These are signature guitar picks that have the album name and then obviously the artist name there as well. So that's pretty cool. So both of you guys will be getting one of those in your life. And also,
I just broke my last two, so I definitely.
You're just going at it too hard, man. You gotta have some control.
I'm shredding.
So after our last show, I had something come in the mail, which I've been waiting for forever. And this doesn't look significant at all. But what this is my music for the first time ever on a vinyl.
Ooh.
So
this
is
significant.
This is a test print. And what a test print is the vinyl manufacturer will send you a test print so you can listen to it, make sure it sounds good, and then you give them thumbs up to do a print run. So like for the first time ever after we did our show last, I opened this package in the mail, some basic, demo artwork or whatever, nothing like, that ties me to it. And like it just dropping the needle on a record that I have worked on personally. Like I've done vinyl, like I've produced vinyl for other artists and stuff, but like nothing with me on it. Yeah. So it's like a whole different trip to hear like music of mine on a vinyl. It sounds so old school, and I love it. That's pretty cool.
Do you keep playing it on repeat?
I would.
Oh,
Like me when I was 10 and I got my first CD, which was Mambo No. 5.
Oh my god. Look, I've been listening to it quite often. Like I'm happy with how it sounds. I think it's really cool. So I'm excited for the actual Kickstarter one to come in as well, because that's like a translucent red splatter vinyl.
So cool.
I look forward to getting mine in the mail.
Yeah. I look forward to it. Same thing with value viewer form. So eventually look at one day. And if you look behind me here, audio listeners, you won't be able to see. I've got the Switch OLED.
I was gonna say that looks sick back there, huh? I got mine.
You got two of them, don't you?
Yeah, I got two.
Yeah, it's fine.
Kim wanted one, but
yeah.
I mean,
no, I did. I offered Kim one, but Kim didn't.
Mine still works.
She's elitist. She's got the original, not even like the battery one.
No, I've got the Pokemon one.
You got the bad battery version one.
She's still going.
She is still going.
If she dies, cool. But
I mean, to be fair, when you play with it plugged in because you know you're going to be playing Animal Crossing for 50 hours. Do you want to share your hours in Animal Crossing?
I don't even know. It's probably more now. Well, it has to be
we
more
checked
now.
like a week ago.
It's more now.
Do you want me to reveal?
Wasn't it like 800?
9.
Oh my god.
Was it 9?
Kim's at 900 hours in Animal Crossing.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, that's from terraforming and redoing my island like 10 times.
It takes forever.
Oh, I hate it so much.
Yeah, it's a lot. I'm at a couple hundred, to be fair.
Yeah.
But 9 is...
Yeah, I mean, I'm more of a comfort gamer. So if
it
I
is like
play
the only... That and The Sims are really the only games you play.
Yeah, I try not to play The Sims too much, though, because it's just too much creative freedom. I could be there for days.
How you liking that OLED, though, Eric?
It's really nice. I'm really enjoying it. I bought the OLED, as I say, and then Metroid Dread, because they released on the same day. And I was like, okay, well, I've bought this, so I might as well turn it into a business expense, because, I bought it with my business card and all that stuff. So I've been making a lot of videos and a lot of content with it. I rushed to get a Metroid Dread review done just to try and hit the algorithm, as they say. I bought a new camera, so like my visual fidelity is a little higher, even though, I don't know, it kind of still looks a little bit through Zoom, as I can see here on the stream. But we're on the up and up, you know what I'm saying? Just investing a lot into my little creative setup here, and maybe it'll pay off,
Did you finish
But the OLED screen is great. Yeah, I did. It's so hard.
Final boss fight.
Oh my god.
Well, let's not give spoilers, but that fight was tough.
It was really hard. And there's another fight in the game. I know we probably don't want to lean into games a whole lot, but there's another fight that happens a couple hours before that. It's called Experiment Z57. Oh my god, it's the one where it shoots the wall of stuff at you and you have to actually jump and dodge.
Kim was watching me do that one.
That was bad.
That was hard, and I did struggle, but not for that long. I mean, I think maybe like 20 minutes.
Yeah,
that took me over an hour.
The final boss took me like I was trying for an hour or two, got frustrated, gave up, and I was at like 60% completion. I went and like 80% completed everything, and then came back, tried for another half hour, and finally got it.
It's tough.
Yeah, it was actually surprisingly tough. Some of the fights in the game were tough, but you can like work around them, and if you're good at the game, you figure out the pattern. But those last two were absolutely brutal. What I hate, and this is no spoilers, but what I hate in the final fight is there's a phase where you can't do damage.
I know.
I hated that phase because it either lasted 5 seconds or 5 minutes. And you had no, I felt like you had no control over it because the pattern was always different. And whenever I got to that phase, I was pulling my hair out like, come on. I know I'm going to die after this. Just get it over with.
I know.
Anyway,
it's hard.
That was a really good game.
I really enjoyed it. It was hard. It was super creepy. Like, it's not the thing you want to play after, like, if you've had a stressful day of work or parenting. In my case, you want to sit down on the couch and unwind and watch a show or maybe play a game, and then it's just like you have these things hunting you, and you know what I mean. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's in the running for Game of the Year.
I totally agree.
My friend and I were trying to figure out the other day what would be the 5, because it's been a really weird year, and we think that would be in it. Ratchet and Clank would be in it. Possibly Returnal. But like there wasn't many, like Psychonauts 2. Like I'm trying to think what came out in the last 5 years, and the last year. And there wasn't that much. So I do think Metroid Dread is honestly in the running.
Yeah.
It would be good. I would love to see that win some accolades like that.
Okay. Cool. Well, I'm happy.
I mean, you got a lot of stuff to talk about. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, we have a lot. There's a reason why Kim's here.
Yes.
And that's this next part.
Kim speaks.
Kim speaks out.
Oh no.
Her truth.
Oh no.
Kim, what did we do last weekend?
I went to the convention.
We went to the convention.
Yeah.
What convention?
TooManyGames.
TooManyGames. Where was it?
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. No, actually, it wasn't. Why did I say that? Why did I copy you? It was a really nice place.
No, it's really nice. I don't mind Philadelphia at
all. We had a great time there, and we want to run you through everything. I mean, we want to run you through essentially our trip. And I've got photos. I took photos the whole trip, and they'll hopefully serve as a reminder of some of the stuff that happened. So, speaking of Dread, this was the first picture we took of me getting on the plane.
I saw that, and I thought that was really that would have been a good plane game.
Yeah, I've never successfully done the Switch thing. Like you've seen the first commercial of the Switch, like 2017. There's a guy playing Skyrim on the plane or whatever.
Yeah.
I've never successfully done that because I get motion sick really easily, and every time I've tried playing games on a plane, I just hurl. But Metroid Dread was actually perfect because there was no reading, which is I think that's what does it for me. It was just this stationary side scroller, so there wasn't like crazy camera angles or motion, and I managed to play it, and it made both flights. Although we want to talk about the flights because both were messed up in their own ways, but for the most part, it made both flights go by much quicker. Yeah. And I pretty much played that whole game on a plane, other than I got home and beat that final boss, which took as long as the rest of the game.
Yep.
So, do you want to talk about the first flight at all? Because that was, it wasn't as bad as the second flight.
No, but there was a lot of drama, and we were at the back of the plane, so we heard everything the stewardesses were saying about the other passengers.
We have never boarded a plane before that took that long to board.
I don't know what happened.
Our flight was delayed half an hour, but boarded on time. Purely because of how long it took everyone to get on the freaking plane and sit down. And we still don't really know what happened. All we know is the stewardess didn't care who heard what happened because they were just blasting the whole story.
There was a lady that was supposed to be like a special pre-board, and she felt that there were too many people in the special pre-board group, and she suggested that they didn't pay for the privilege in less nice terms. She was yelling and screaming about it, apparently.
Yeah, I took a photo.
Oh, you did?
Well, I mean, it's just a photo of the... This is when we landed because it took
got his hands in both?
Because it took an equal amount of time to get off the plane. Because whatever happened when we got on happened when we got off. And so we were all standing here, and I didn't move from this spot for like 30 minutes, and I was just messaging my friends like, because we flew in at 1 a.m.
Yeah, it was
and
pretty
everyone
late.
was like, hey, Wood, when's Wood getting here? Where are you, Wood? We're hanging out. We're going to bed soon. They were waiting in the hotel lobby for us.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is where I am. And this dude was so like tired. He was like resting his arms up in both the baggage carriers because we were there for so long.
I don't blame him.
Yeah.
Anyway.
However,
However,
there
what?
was a good boy on the plane.
Oh,
I feel
yeah.
like we should mention him, despite the fact that you did not get a photo of him.
So we've decided what dog we're getting
You decided.
when we get one.
Yeah.
A corgi.
Because, no, but...
Good guess.
no, there was a dog on the plane, and we sat pretty much next to him. And he was so adorable. What was it called?
And Akita.
An Akita.
Yeah. He
Have
was
you seen
Oh,
those?
yeah.
Yeah.
A little white one.
And
No,
no,
he
he
was,
was like brown and black. He had
black
like
and
big.
white,
Oh, okay,
He had
yeah.
these
Classic,
massive
yeah.
black paws. Like he was
Yeah.
only like this big,
looked
but
like a
his
little
feet
teddy
were
bear.
like this
Yeah.
big. He was like a teddy
Cute.
bear.
Yeah, you were very pleased with that.
And he had this little like bag that he was in that he was
Yeah.
supposed to be in, and he kept like running out and like
Yeah.
stomping his feet on the ground.
Oh, that's
And
so cute.
I looked at Kim. I was like, "That's the
want
one.
that,
That's what I
please.
want."
Sounds like you guys had a rough flight.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
well.
Dog eat dog
Okay.
flight.
The dog eat dog flight. It was.
Come on, show some respect, dude.
But we finally got in. Oh yeah. Here's a thing
Oh,
I want to say.
oh.
So before this flight, I didn't tell Kim this.
Oh.
So we're going to TooManyGames, and this is a little bit of a must be nice situation that I didn't want to tell anyone else about.
Uh-oh.
What the heck? Give me a second here. Apparently we have alerts on, and that was very loud.
Oh.
I just turned them off. We're gonna have to delete that. Cut that. All right, this is a very must be nice, and I didn't tell the other creators I was with because I don't know who else got this treatment. Not that it was as much of a treatment as I thought it was going to be. When we got our flight itinerary from the people running the convention, there was a little word on there that said limo.
Oh, God.
So I messaged the people that booked, and I was like, does that say limo? And they were like, yeah, you'll have a ride when you get there. And I was
That's
like,
so funny.
that's sick. So I didn't tell Kim. I left it as a surprise. And we fly in, and we walk downstairs. And I actually recorded a video of this, and maybe I'll edit it in. I haven't got it ready now, but I'll edit it in because it's the first time I ever got off a plane, and there was a man standing there with a sign that said Hawker, like in the movies. It was so cool. I was like, yes. And Kim was mid asking me like, are we booking an Uber? And I was like, yeah, we'll get outside. We'll figure it out. Meanwhile, I'm looking for the guy. Like, so just like in the movies, I find him and he's like, all right, follow me, sir. But then we get to the car. It ain't no limo. It's just a car.
Oh,
A
yeah.
Toyota Corolla.
It was just a car.
I think it was a very momish van.
It was a very
Yeah.
momish van.
I
a
wasn't-
Kia Carnival.
and it was just like a guy
Limo.
came to pick us up. But the funny thing was, he was still trying to act like it was all classy. So like the music in the cabin in the car was like a sax, like.
Did he have like chilled wine and stuff in the bag?
No, there was not. It was just a car. There was no place to put anything.
I would
which
have
is-
said, just drop me off and I'll walk.
Which I want to say, still though, very nice by the convention because
Oh, yeah.
I think, I was one of the larger channels going. I'm sure maybe like Scott the Was also had a car pick him up. I'm sure.
He probably had a
Probably
real
did.
limo.
But as far as
He got the good car.
100% he did. 100%. There was one limo and he got it. That's what happened. But yeah, as far as I know, out of everyone that we kind of associate with, not that I don't associate with Scott, but like everyone else, we were the only one that got a ride. So I'm very grateful, and I didn't bring it up to anyone because I'm as far as I know, everyone else had to Uber and we got a ride, which was very cool. Yeah. But it was not a limo, and I think next time they should be more careful with that wording because I got
Yeah, they
very
should.
excited. It was my birthday.
You've got a lot of star power. For somebody who's on famousbirthdays.com, you think they would have catered
Oh,
to you a
yeah.
little
Famous
bit better.
Birthdays tweeted at me happy birthday,
Oh.
actually.
I saw that. And I was like, oh
Yeah.
my God, that's right. You're on there.
That's so random. Maybe
Forgot
they
about
have
that.
like alerts or something that go off. So we get in at like 1 a.m. On the Friday night. So then we're there bright and early for Saturday. Now here's my next picture of Saturday morning.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, there we go. That's me. I tweeted one of these, I think, or maybe both.
Here, let me go ahead and join in here.
There you go. Oh, that's not bad. You've been working out over there? You've been lifting?
No, I'm just, carrying the show on my shoulders here.
Right. Right.
I'm kidding.
Sure. I don't see you getting a limo. I mean, me either, but...
No, you
this is us the morning. We all woke up dead tired at like 8:30 in the morning. I got ready.
Oh, yeah.
Kim said she would join us, but I think Kim didn't realize how tired she would be.
Oh,
because we were
Yeah.
also fighting a time zone difference. So for us, it was 7:30 in the morning, which you know
True.
me. I hate waking up at that time for directs, let alone to
Yeah.
work out.
Oh, God.
But it was fun. We worked out a bit. Took a few photos here. I love this one because for some reason my arm just looks
Oh, yeah. 'cause
ungodly
it's pushed forward,
huge.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what is happening in that photo.
That's legit.
But everyone thought that I was like Mr. Wood Jackman over here.
Yeah.
You're not even flexing, dude. Like, that's
Nah,
just
wasn't even flexing.
natural pose.
I mean, we all had pump from the gym. I mean, look at Spawn though, like for real.
I know.
Like you can see these veins like
I know, right?
bursting out of
He wasn't
him.
lying about his veins.
No, he's a very veiny guy. Like he looks at a weight and his veins get excited.
His favorite game is Castlevania. All right,
Oh.
moving on.
Castlevania. I like that.
Yeah.
Kim, if you have any stories you want to share while we go through these, but
I'm trying to remember anything of note.
this was my panel. It was my first ever
Bubbles is asleep.
I want to say sold out, but sold out. I didn't notice. Oh, no, he's not.
Oh.
I was going to say that's totally a Bob thing to do.
It is, yeah.
By the way, had a great time with Bob.
Oh, yeah.
Bob and his girlfriend, Hannah,
Oh,
who
yeah.
we met for the first time.
She's so cool. Yeah.
Just fantastic time. He sat in my entire panel. He was there, and then we switched. He was immediately after me. So I want to say this was really cool though, because we had people standing in the back, which I've never had before. I mean, I don't know. I didn't count. I didn't sit here counting. But what's that, like 100 people?
Gotta be.
Couple hundred people maybe.
Yeah.
And then when the panel was done, it was an hour-long panel, which Kim, by the way, said was very funny.
It was, yeah. It felt like a stand-up show. You and Bob both really put it on that day.
I felt like I was on fire. It was definitely my best panel, and I'm
100%,
annoyed
yeah.
that it wasn't recorded.
I know, that is the one thing. I think
was
they're
gonna
going to
say.
do it next year.
Yeah, because I was literally like I took questions the whole time, but like every question I didn't just answer it with like Earthbound.
Yeah. No.
I took it on like a whole I took it on a whole adventure, and I like made a joke out of it or like tied a story into it. Like every time. Like I don't want to boast my own toast, but I was doing pretty good.
Earthbound. Next.
So there was like an hour-long panel, and then it ended, and then there was a line all the way through for
Yeah.
half an hour of people
to get stuff signed.
wanting me to sign things.
Yeah.
The whole convention was crazy. Like it was
Yeah.
overwhelming, but it was really nice. Like I haven't done a con in like 2 years. So last
Yeah.
time I did one, I was like sub 1 million subs. So this is going into a con with like twice my audience size and longer for people to become fans and enjoy what I do. And like Saturday, we just stood in like one spot the whole day, and people just kept coming up, forming lines. And then the panel was 5 o'clock, and there was another line. And I was signing everything, like everything from switches to games. Someone had me sign their legal ID, like their
really?
I signed their driver's license.
I don't think you're allowed to do
I don't think
that.
I'm allowed to do it either,
No.
but I did it.
There you go.
Not your
But
problem.
no, that was
No.
no. But
No,
that,
it's not.
That was a great time. Saturday night we went out to dinner. This was the cool table. So it was me, Kim, Spawn, Max, and Philip. Philip is the guy that is working with me on Satisfied with the Grip, by the way.
Oh yes. Yes.
Yeah, that's me and him pretty much tackling that whole thing. Very nice guy.
Yep.
We had breakfast with him the day we left too. And by the way, if you are listening to this, thank you. I just want to, I don't know what I'm allowed to say as far as numbers, but the amount that we thought we were going to sell total, like over like forever, we've already sold that much.
Wow.
So we
Wow.
we technically sold out, but it was so in such a quick time. It was like the first week that we've just left it open. We're like, well, let's just see what happens.
Yeah.
We're gonna cap it. We have a number that we're definitely like not going over.
Okay.
To keep it limited.
Right.
But we just did not expect that.
Well, day one did numbers that neither of you
Day
were
one, we
banking
sold
on.
half of what we were gonna
I
do.
didn't know if I was allowed to say.
And that was insane.
In
and
like
then
the span of a couple hours.
yeah, it was insane.
That's what was so crazy.
And then over the next like 6 days, they sold out. And we honestly were in a position like, do we just put sold out? They were still selling like a lot every hour.
Yeah.
So we were like, do we put sold out on the website or do we just let people keep buying?
Yeah.
So we just let people keep buying. It's been
You know,
really cool.
That reminds me of when we were talking about my Kickstarter, you said, what if you were to do a Kickstarter, what would you do? Well, I guess this is equivalent to that, like showing you the audience that you have is willing to grab the Satisfy grip.
Yeah.
I for one, I'm looking forward to mine coming in. I don't know what the ship date. Of course I'm going to buy it.
How is that international shipping?
It was $20.
I know it's a
US.
lot for international.
It was more than half of what the cost of the grip was,
Yeah.
but I was like, I'm willing to eat that because I want to support you. So I look forward to that. When is the ship date? Has that been announced or not yet?
It's November. I don't know the exact
Okay.
date, but there is a date, and it's November. If they haven't said it, I know there is one.
Okay, yeah.
But either way, it's November. And yeah, that I actually messaged him today while we were at the fair about that international shipping because I was like, that's high. And he said it's just the way it's got to be. It's $6 domestic, but the international, just the way they tax him, it just owns him. And then it's something else about like under $800 in the US, you don't have to pay like some kind of tax, but that other countries don't have that, so you pay tax on top of tax.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
And it just adds up.
It's bad.
So if you're listening to this and you bought a grip and you're outside of US, thank you so much because you pretty much have to pay double, which is insane, and I feel horrible about that.
Don't worry about it.
But the support I appreciate it. Thank you, Eric. And I assume, producer, you have yours like domestically coming on the way.
I have to pay international actually.
Oh,
I'm,
well,
do you?
Up in the Tibetan mountains where I'm doing all my training.
Right.
with the-
Of course.
you get mail up there. You get Amazon or
it gets delivered by a Sherpa once in a while, every few months.
Are you able to charge your Switch up there? What you got going on for electricity?
Solar.
Right, sick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
So this was the call table, and then we tried pushing tables together, and we got yelled at
Yeah.
by the wait staff. They were
That's
not
not
happy.
a thing they allow you to do. At
They
a
were very
restaurant.
mad,
No.
like visibly mad that we
Yeah.
tried that.
Like shaking.
So then this was the loser table. As you can see by the look on my face. You had Bob. You have E's nose behind Bob.
Oh, he's barely in.
E and Scootish. Scootish is not in this photo, but E
where'd
here
he
behind
go?
Bob, we got to know very well on this trip.
Yes.
On my birthday, we were driving around with them because Bob's car was full, and they are both very nice and very funny people.
Oh, yes.
This is a little inside information. Don't tell anyone, but I really want to shoot a legitimate commercial for the Satisfy grip. Like I want to do like I want to make it look like an actual Nintendo Switch commercial, but for my grip. So I'm talking,
you should.
I'm
Why not?
talking like a full, like you would see on TV commercial that I'll probably just post to YouTube. And this little nose behind Bob, he shares a studio with Bob, and he's all about cinematography. I don't know if I'm allowed to say where he works, but I don't know why I wouldn't be able to. But he works on TV shows.
yeah.
Like he works with cameras, so he's going to help me shoot it in New York.
Incredible.
Yeah, I'm really excited. That's Jordan Fringe there on the left,
Yeah.
a good friend of ours. We streamed Pokemon cards with him.
Yeah.
Then Evan, he's part of the Spawncast. Miss Click there looking at her phone. Bob's girlfriend Hannah. Sorry, I didn't mean a
Don't
friend zone.
demote her. Come on.
And then AJ with his back to us. Miss Click was a delight to meet, by the way.
Yeah.
I should have put one of our photos with her in here,
Oh,
but I
I know.
forgot. But Miss Click is really, really sweet.
I do think it's hilarious that every candid of her or me, it looks like it could be either one of us. I find that.
Yeah.
I thought the same thing because
Yeah.
I don't know if you tweeted a photo of you, Kim, and Miss Click
I did,
together, and it's like I was like seeing double. Honestly,
Let me
like,
find
it's-
that photo really quick
It's so
because
funny.
I wanna laugh at myself for that because I've already told Kim knows where I'm going with this because I brought it up with Kim already. Where did I post this photo, Kim?
Twitter. It should be a little bit further down. Maybe it was in the scroll up
too
a
far?
bit. Yeah, it's in the four-piece photos.
Oh, the
Yeah.
the 4-piece combo at McDonald's and
yeah,
KFC.
the combo photos,
5 for $5
Yeah.
Wendy's.
Yeah.
So yeah, this photo.
Yeah.
So here's what happened here. Kim and Miss Click have been talking on like DMs on Twitter, and they've been really excited to meet each other because they're both fans of each other.
Yeah.
And they both just think each other is awesome. And we didn't really get a chance to see Miss Click that much. Like
No, it always happened that we were in different
She was there for
places.
one day. She left
Yeah.
on Sunday early, so we really only saw her the Saturday.
Yeah.
And I was like, Miss Click, I need a photo with you. So I took a photo with Miss Click initially, but then I realized Kim was talking to Jordan, I think.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, Kim, come be in this photo. And so I reached around and grabbed Kim in, but then it kind of ended up with this photo that looks like it's me and Miss Click as a couple.
Yeah.
And I've kind of like brought Kim, like Kim's taking a photo with us almost than it is the other way
I think
around.
that's hilarious because it takes you a minute to go, wait a minute, which one is...
I was like, man, I wish I had done that
think
differently.
It's hilarious.
That's exactly what I thought.
I kind of want to put it in our family photo collage and see if anybody notices. I think that would be really funny.
I mean, if you want to be even weirder about it, I took one before that
we
was
gotta
just
put the
me and
prom
Miss
photo-
Click.
Oh.
So we could just put one of me and
no.
Miss Click in a frame of
No. Oh my god.
You should do
and
that.
just see if anyone noticed it. We actually joked about doing that with the photo of me and Bob
that's
that's
what you
coming
meant,
up.
the prom photo with Bob. I didn't realize there was another photo. That's going to make it even funnier.
We'll get
I
that.
love that one.
Hold on,
Oh
let
my
me get
God.
back to that. We have a ton of stories about this con too. I can't wait to get to some of the funny things that happened.
And
But
the convention next door as well.
and the convention next door, which was a pet expo.
Oh.
Yeah, there was a
that's good.
massive pet expo,
Oh, yes.
which was great for us,
Oh, yeah.
but was bad for all the guests and visitors to our con that were staying in the other hotel that was
Yeah.
also the pet expo hotel.
All the pets
So
were sleeping in
Philip, the Satisfy guy, showed me a video of him filming his room at like 3 a.m. and all you hear is row, 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 row in the next room
God.
because the
hilarious.
whole hotel was filled with dogs and cats.
That doesn't sound like a problem.
It
to
doesn't
me,
sound like a
really.
problem until you're trying to
Talk
sleep.
about a rough
Yeah.
night's sleep.
You made that joke twice now. You need a new
I know
one.
it's less funny the more I say it.
You're barking up the wrong
Oldie but a
tree.
goodie.
I was gonna say.
You're ramming that joke into the ground. But
I
yeah,
like
there was
that
a
one.
pet expo which on Sunday Kim and I dipped out and we actually went to.
We did.
As you should.
Yeah, it
Had to.
was fun. I mean, we weren't there for long, but we got to pet. What kind of cat was it?
It
A
was
giant
a
Maine Coon.
His name was Christoph.
His name was Christoph.
Yes.
Yeah, he
And
was
he was
massive.
very proud.
We also saw those like squished faced cats.
Yeah, you didn't like those.
They kind of freak me out, but they're cute.
They
You know
look
the
very
ones where their
sad.
faces are all like
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah, the pug of the cat
Yeah.
world.
Yep.
they are cute though. I feel bad for them because apparently
Yeah,
they're
I know,
in
yeah.
like constant pain.
Yes.
Yeah.
But very cute. So I mean, it's worth it, I guess.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. I won't tell this story too much, but I thought it was funny that Dreamcast guy had never had wings before.
Yeah.
I saw he tweeted that. I was like, how do you not have
He
wings?
was
Never had wings
vegetarian
before.
his whole life up until
Yeah.
like a year ago, I think.
So leading up to we all ordered, and then he started freaking out and getting anxiety, and we
Yeah.
all had to help him because he wanted to know how to eat wings.
He didn't
want
wanna do it wrong.
He didn't want to do it wrong. So we're all there trying to explain to him how to eat a wing. I think he liked it.
Yeah, he said they were
Yeah,
good.
it was like that. You know what's funny though is we went to this wing place, and he's never had wings before, and he's like, "I want the wing experience." And they look at the menu, right? He looks at the menu.
It's too many. You get overwhelmed.
There was only like 8, but there
Oh,
was
really?
like
Okay.
hot wings, Cajun, not like garlic parmesan, like normal wings. And he goes, "Never had these before. I want the full experience. I'll get spicy peanut."
What? Of all things, like, that's the
is-
last one to try.
And he eats one of the spicy peanuts, and that's the one in front of him
Yeah,
there,
that's
and
what
he's
he's
like,
thinking.
"This doesn't. I don't really get it." Like it's
It's like, it's,
so
that's
Kim,
what you get.
Kim gave him one of her
The
hot
mediums,
wings,
yeah.
the medium hot
Yeah.
wings. And he's like, oh, this is okay.
That's like the default wing. Yeah.
Spicy peanut.
Yeah, they were the least good of the flavors.
I tried one of those spicy peanuts. It wasn't bad, but if you can
But
imagine like sauteed chicken,
It doesn't taste like a
it was
wing
like
at all.
it was sauteed chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just wasn't.
But with a little bit of heat on it.
The jerk chicken ones you got were way better. But
This is my favorite photo from the weekend,
it's
hands
so
down.
good.
I saw that.
That's the best
I think
one.
he took that with his iPhone, right?
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
He has the new iPhone that takes
Yeah,
really
look
nice
at
photos, and
that.
he's like, "Hey, take a photo," and that just happened.
The prom photo.
That
yes.
wasn't. I went along with it, but actually that was Bob's doing. I
Yeah.
think he was.
Yeah.
Like we should do like a prom photo, and then E was like, "You need your hands on his hips," and then there
Yeah.
you go. You had that photo.
Dude,
It's my phone
I just
background.
need to put like the Titanic in the background. You know?
I
I'm
know.
surprised no one photoshopped it.
I was waiting
It's
for
I'm
it.
yeah.
prime
It didn't
Photoshop.
Don't make me be that guy. You guys take the lead on this one.
In my video, I talked about how we went to dinner for my birthday.
Yeah.
And Bob paid. So this was a Bob paid for banana
Yeah.
split.
That's your Bob Nana split.
I think that was my second ever banana split in my life. What did you say?
I said your Bob Nana
My
split.
Bob Nana split.
Yeah.
I like that. That's an
Bob.
Eric level joke.
Yeah.
I like that. I
I was
appreciate that.
hoping
Thank
Eric
you.
heard that one. Yeah.
I did. Yeah, I believe.
And then in the morning we had fancy coffee.
Yep.
This goes into what we
That's a nice cafe.
a little bit
Yeah.
almost titled the video. We were sat in this cafe outlooking all these trees and these nice buildings. It was like
Yeah.
we didn't take a good photo of it, but the whole wall was see through. And
It's
we
like
actually
little garage doors. that
yeah, it
open
was
up, I
really
guess.
nice vibes. It was really close to everything. And then later that day, we went to the Rocky Steps and we
Yeah.
drove around the city. I ran up the Rocky Steps. I have video of that I'll
Yeah.
post somewhere or edit into the video version of this.
Yeah.
We saw the statue of Rocky.
went
We
to
saw
Patty's
the Liberty
Pub,
Bell,
yeah.
which I think I have a photo of us at the Liberty Bell.
Oh yes, yeah.
So we spent the day going around Philly, and we won't talk about this too much, and people listening can allude to what they want, but we really, really liked it up there.
Yeah.
Like we really, really, really.
Let me
liked
just
it up
say,
there.
if you really liked it up there, all right, I'm not gonna interject here, not derail your story, but I really like New York State. I really like it. And if you really like Pennsylvania and I really like New York State, well, I would really like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, did you get a cheesesteak at all?
We're gonna keep talking
and
about
then
that.
Didn't.
What?
Yeah, we were going to.
We
It just
messed up.
we were at the
Oh,
con
I'll
for
tell
2
you
days.
why. Because the night before we went out for the last day, the night of your birthday, we ordered all
Yeah.
the food.
Yeah.
That was the
Oh
problem.
yeah.
See, that's
See,
why.
now we get into the stories
Yeah.
that we don't have
I
photos
forgot
for.
about that.
All right, before we get to that, this is my last photo of us just walking around. Kristen and Paul showed us around, and we just
Yes.
want to say thank you to them.
Yes.
They are both channel managers for me. Paul there behind, he's the one that does all my sponsors with me and helps me out with all of that. And then Kristen is my direct channel manager who has helped us with this podcast. She helped us make the website. She got us the URL of .net and then helped us change it to .com. And they spent the day with us and then dropped us off at the airport for our second nightmare flight. But let's save the nightmare flight.
Stagger it.
I guess what I want to go back to quickly and allude to is no decisions are final. It's just something we're thinking about. But that area is so nice.
It's really nice.
I've been
the,
up
the
there.
subway system.
Yeah,
It's great.
I've been up there a lot. So I've been all around New York City, New York State.
Yeah.
I've been up in Connecticut a couple of times. I've never been to New Jersey, but I've always loved the
Don't bother.
idea of New Jersey. Don't bother. Okay, don't worry about it.
I'm serious.
Ocean City's all right.
I've been to Maryland 3 times. And all those places I just listed, other than New Jersey, screw that place. I've never been New Jersey, listeners. This is all Eric.
Okay, can I just quickly interject? There's nothing. Okay, the birds fly upside down in New Jersey because there's nothing nice to shit on.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Holy moly. To be fair, I think it looks nice, but I've never been.
I'm kidding. That's me like over embellishing. People pump your gas for you, like you can't do it.
Is that the reason why you hate it?
I don't know. They have White Castle. They have White Castle there, so it's a trade-off. Whatever, it's fine.
I don't like White Castle.
No.
Anyway, Eric leaves. What we love about, I think, Philly area in general, is that it's like 2 hours from Maryland, which our friend Jordan is there. It's a gorgeous place. It's 2 hours from New York City, which our friend Bob is there, and it's New York freaking City.
It's 5 hours from Syracuse.
Yeah, it's just like right in the middle of like the whole East area that, in my opinion, is really cool.
Yeah.
And again, Philly was great. I thought it was great. I mean, we were told that there were parts that you need to avoid.
Yeah, parts of the big city don't go.
Yeah, that's from the people that live there.
that's
They
here, too.
warned
That's
us
every city,
multiple
yeah.
times.
Yeah.
But that's every city. Yeah, for sure. I remember when I lived in Seattle, there's a part that I wasn't supposed to go to, and I only learned that once I went there. And then afterwards, they told me, yeah, that's why you don't go there.
Yep.
So I don't know. It's something we're thinking about. I mean, I think we've mentioned before that we wanted to move to Colorado, right?
Yeah, that
like
was-
we've brought that up. And I guess while we were up there hanging out with literally everyone else that lives up there, because all those people that we just talked about that we've been hanging out with, they all live up there.
Yeah.
And as we were up there hanging out with everyone, we couldn't help but think, like, why do we want to move to Colorado where we don't know anyone
Yeah.
to be alone again?
Yeah.
This is my thinking, dude. Like I've over the last couple months, or even since the whole shutdown of everything started, like I am so homesick. It's not even funny. Like it's like debilitating homesickness. Like, and I just want to go home so bad.
And here's the thing.
Just to live.
Here's
too,
the thing.
You know what I mean?
Where would you go back to?
I would go to the East Coast. I would go.
And
I would go back to
Where though?
like upstate New York. At least start to be with my family, because again, my son still hasn't met most of my family other than my mother and grandmother. So there's like, I want to do that whole thing, and I want to be. It's funny because you might relate to this a little bit too. My entire 20s, like I'll be 29 in March, have been spent overseas. I feel like I have not been a grown up in the U.S. So like I feel like I've grown up and like matured overseas in Australia, and I would love to go home and just be an adult back home. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if you relate to that at all.
I do in a way, and I totally see it for you, because I know where we were both at when we were friends in person, and you are an adult now, and I'm an adult now, and I feel like we both know that both of us back then were not at all.
Well, yeah, I mean, like it's. And the other thing I was thinking about too. Sorry, I don't want to derail.
Oh, do it.
I was just thinking about when I was putting together that movie trailer. Like, you are in such a great position now. You have worked. You've worked your behind off, and you've put yourself in a really great position to take care of yourself and your family. But my reference for you is just you living somewhere in Adelaide. Like the last time I've seen you in person, like your rental, you were working at Bunnings and all that stuff. And fast forward almost a decade later, you've got a signature Satisfy grip. You've got like over 1 million subscribers. Like I've honestly, it has been seriously an inspiration to me lately. Like I'm really time poor with, looking after my son and all that stuff. And I have just been putting my head down to work really hard, because it's like, what would Wood do if, because I remember, seeing your channel just explode almost overnight, and you just keep digging deep, and you're in such a great position, and you're in a successful position. And man, kind of my role model a little bit. Wow. So I'm proud that you're my friend, and I'm glad that I can use that as a blueprint. Not that I want to copy, you know what I'm saying, but I don't know. It's just been gears are turning in my head.
Yeah.
That's really nice of you to say. That's a lot to take in. I don't think I've ever been anyone's role model.
I mean, not that you know what I mean, but like
no,
just
I know
the
what
fact
you
that
mean, and I appreciate it, and I want to get what Wood do on a shirt.
WWWD.
I mean, what I was alluding to before, asking where you were going to be, is because if you did move back home and we happened to also, we would be like 2 hours apart.
Yeah.
I know.
Which isn't unfeasible to record podcasts together in person at that point. Maybe not week to week with a 4-hour round trip.
Right.
But, I mean, it's something that can happen.
Mm-hmm. I know. This is the thing too. It's like I really felt bummed out that I wasn't at TooManyGames, and I know like I only really know you, all right, and I know there's people there in that area that would come and see me. I do have like a very small audience and stuff. There was somebody that posed.
There was someone that came up to meet me that was wearing one of your shirts,
wearing my shirt, and I was like, "Oh my god, look at that!" And I said to him, "I was like, this is the closest I've been to Wood in like 6 years."
Yeah,
and it's like, man, I really feel like I'm missing out not being there, and I really feel like I should be. Where the action is.
You would have fit in perfectly fine with everyone. 100%. I mean, Philip came in, like the guy, Satisfy guy. We never met him before. He hung out all Saturday, and it was just like one of the guys.
Yeah.
Like, and you obviously are more than that immediately off the
Sure.
bat because I've known you
Oh,
for
yeah.
like 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Like we're so isolated here, man.
That's exactly how
just-
we feel. And
Yeah.
honestly, whether you're across the sea or you're like 10 states away, I mean, it's a very similar difference. It's just too far
Yes.
unless you want to get on a flight.
Pretty much.
It's something
Yeah.
that we're thinking about. Well, we just bought
Yeah,
this
I'm-
house, so like,
Yes.
Equity, man. But I'm thinking about the same thing. There's a lot logistically that I would have to go through in order
Hey.
to do that.
I would love it.
I would love it too, honestly. And
I mean, we could
producer-
probably even like find someone that lives in between and do it at their house. It's like an hour drive.
Well, producer might live nearby too. Honestly, you don't know.
When he's back from the, what was it, Himalayan mountains?
Yeah.
Tibet
Tibet.
Tibet.
Sorry.
Tibet.
Whatever. But
Very important.
doesn't
I
matter.
mean, there's
Um,
various boundaries at play. But, I have family in the area, but, that's not bad.
I want to tell a couple of quick stories about TooManyGames.
All right.
The first one is actually there's two about Mario.
Oh.
The first one is that Kristen, who we showed the picture of before, was having to chauffeur people between the hotel and the con.
With a limo.
No, not the limo, sadly. Just
okay,
her
yeah.
regular car, which was actually
let go of that,
nicer than the limo, funny enough. And when we got in the car, she goes, "Don't sit in the front seat. Somebody spilt their tea." And we looked down, and there was, sure enough, a beach towel on the floor, and tea had spilt everywhere. And we were like, okay, we didn't think much of it. The next day, she gives us another ride, and she's bringing in the tea towel, which is a big towel covered in tea, not a small little tea towel. And she's like hobbling with it, and it's dripping. And she's like, "Sorry, I'm just taking care of the tea." And I was like,
What?
"Who spilt that, by the way?"
Who spilled the tea?
I didn't ask. Mario.
Oh, God.
She gave a lift for Mario, Charles Martinet, not Chris Pratt, Charles Martinet, from the hotel to the con, and he spilt his giant tea all over her car. And I asked her, I said, "Please tell me, for the love of God, when he spilt it, he went, 'Mamma mia!
Mamma mia.
Mamma mia! Oopsie doopsie!'"
Oh, no. Okay, so his new name internally for us is Charles Martinet.
Oh.
I'm reaching for it.
I
Whatever,
don't
move on.
get
It's fine.
it.
Tea.
Martine. I thought you said Bartine.
No.
Oh,
Sorry, it must be my accent.
sorry. No, it's cool. I had a funny story, but you know what? It's fine.
No, go ahead. It was funny. I liked it.
And then our other Mario story is that we had lunch with Mario.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Yes.
yeah,
That's
it was
incredible.
awesome. Thank you.
Guys got to sit
I
around
mean-
and eat food like under the same roof and all that. Yeah, that's great.
It's great. I'm happy for you.
Yeah, I mean it was the same roof. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah, break bread.
we
between
were
each other and
yeah. Well,
exchange looks.
I mean, we were kind of on one side of the room eating lunch in the green room of the con, and Mario came in and sat in the other side of the room, and he had lunch.
So you had lunch
So we had
together.
lunch.
Yes.
Well, we had lunch at the same time,
Yeah.
and in a proximate
Yeah.
location.
I see that.
I could hear what he was saying.
Did he order Italian food?
What was he eating? I think he had like a
don't know.
salad and a baguette or something.
He might have.
I was
Mushrooms.
going to say just a bunch of mushrooms.
I can tell you what.
He probably had
I can tell you what he didn't
significantly
have.
less
A cup of tea.
It's because he spilled it. Was he talking smack about Chris Pratt taking his role or?
tea. I wish he had been.
No, he was just talking about how
No, I
busy
know.
the con was, and
Yeah.
he was
said
talking.
he was having a nice time.
He said he was having a nice
He
time.
said nothing.
Honestly, he
didn't spill any
sounds just like a
tea in
normal
the
guy
room.
too. Like you
No.
wouldn't expect it.
No,
he's
he's
just
just
there
a
like,
sweet
yeah,
man.
the con's
Yeah.
pretty nice. Yeah, I was having a good time.
Yeah, it's nice. 5 minutes later, oh no, it's me.
No, it's me.
Oh man.
He had a very long line the whole weekend. I mean, if I was that person and I
Yes.
spilt tea,
I would make
and
a noise.
I would do it just for the
100%.
story to make it okay
Yes.
that I've done this.
Oh my God, I spilled the tea.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Oh no.
Yeah, I mean, the flight home was a nightmare. So Kim, unless you have any stories from the con left,
none from the convention that I can.
I mean,
remember.
I know we're gonna think of things after the fact.
Of course, because that's always what happens. You
I
forget.
guess just for those that want to know like some inside fun things about what goes on at a con. I mean, I think Saturday night or Sunday night was the night we hung out with Bob and went to his hotel room. Saturday, yes.
Bob
makes coffee. Bob's got me into making coffee, but Bob makes his own coffee.
Big Bean.
Oh,
You know,
man.
Bob's Big Bean.
Yeah.
He trained in because he has the luxury of living 2 hours away from the
Yes.
location, and he bought a glass bottle of like a wine bottle that he had made cold brew coffee, pumpkin
Oh my
spice,
God.
and it was muy
was
caliente, as
so
he would
good.
say
Chef's kiss.
in his native Italian.
Yeah, you know.
And he took us up to his room and gave you, me, Miss Click, Jordan all a sample of this, and it was like
It was so good.
it was amazing. I mean, I don't know how else
Wow.
to explain it. I mean, it's his like
Yeah.
little recipe. He taught us how he made it, but he made it like legit from scratch. It had like this it was really strong espresso flavor,
Yeah.
but with a pumpkin spice hint, and it almost, when you make really perfect coffee, it almost tastes like malt chocolate.
Oh, yeah.
Really like
Yes,
rich chocolate.
yep.
And it had that malt chocolate kick to it. And we're all stood in his hotel room, and he's gone to the bathroom and got like the little mouthwash cups because he didn't have cups. So we're all sitting there with our little coffee drinks, and Jordan and I are reminiscing and telling everyone stories about other cons that we've been to and stupid hijinks that we got up to. And Jordan and I were crying, laughing, and everyone was probably thinking that we were weird, but
They were
that
right.
was a really they were right.
Laughing, crying emoji.
So that was really nice. Breakfast with Bob was nice. I took him to, last time I went to the convention, we met Tyler and Rachel. This is where I met them. And for anyone listening at home, they're the couple that we went to Japan with. We just randomly met them. I randomly met them, at the con like 3 or 4 years ago, became best of friends, went to Japan with them. But while we were at the con, they live in Philly. They live in LA now, but they were from there. And they're like, there's this amazing all-day breakfast diner, which is something we don't have here in Texas. Is
You would think they
diners
would.
in general.
Yeah, you'd think
I
this
miss
would be.
those.
Yeah, it's not a thing here at all. It's all chain restaurants here. The only thing close to it is like Denny's. But breakfast hard stops in Texas at 2:30.
Yeah,
Like you
it's
can't
weird.
get breakfast after that. So the thought of an all-day breakfast diner was amazing. So we went there. Sure enough, it was amazing. So I took everyone there for my birthday, and I was like, I felt kind of bad because it's like 25 minutes out of the way. I had to pull everyone out of the way for it.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I'm going all this way just so I can have breakfast for my birthday dinner.
Yeah.
But everyone got breakfast. So that was like, yes, like, because it felt like we didn't pull everyone out there for nothing. The waiter was super funny. Our friend Jackson or Scootish asked for his steak super rare. And the guy was like, how rare? And he's like, rare. And it was like funny. It was a funny moment. So then when Jackson ordered eggs, the waiter was like, how do you want them?
You want them rare?
And I said rare, and everyone laughed. So from there, it was everything he ordered was rare. Jackson was like, can I have a Coke? And immediately the waiter went, rare? So from then on out, anything he wanted, like napkins were rare, fork and knife were rare.
How do you want your Coke? Just walk it by the oven, man. I want it blue.
Definitely
Calling him
doesn't want
by
it deep
his
fried.
name.
Yeah, and he overheard his
he
name.
loved Jackson.
So he was like, Jack, you want it rare? It was so funny.
That's funny.
That place was great.
Yeah.
Bob shouted it for my birthday, paid for everyone, which is nice. We were supposed to go to a really cool game store. I don't know if you remember that episode of Game Chasers. I was in it, but there was another one where there was like this basement area.
Yeah.
And there was like a graveyard
yes,
of
yes.
consoles. We were supposed to go there, but it fell through.
Oh,
But
no.
that place is right next door to the diner. So if you're listening to this, it's Michael's Diner in Philly near the game store. You go. It's incredible.
Is the game store called Frank's, or is
No,
it
it's
guy
owned
just
by
Frank?
a guy named Frank. I don't know
Okay.
what it's called, but yeah, hopefully we can go there next time. But yeah, we're definitely going back next year.
Yeah,
It was an absolute blast.
Yeah.
I hope to be there too.
I hope you are.
that'd be awesome.
Next time we go, we plan on driving, which is like a 24-hour drive, but we want to have a car and we want to spend a week up there and explore everything.
Yeah, look at all the neighborhoods. and
Look at
stuff.
neighborhoods, maybe even line up some house viewings just for fun.
Just to look, just
Just
to get an
for
idea
fun.
of what
For
the
fun.
houses are
for
like.
funsies.
See what our basement looks like, since we're not allowed to
See what a
have them
basement
here,
looks like
you know?
because Texas doesn't know what basements are.
I
Let
don't
me
get
tell
it.
you, because I grew up in Pennsylvania, you know, I'm born in Hershey. All right, I'm a man from PA, even though I say I'm from upstate New York. Basements, man, they can be hit or miss. Like sometimes in Pennsylvania houses, they're really dingy, really just like dungeony looking basements with just like a hot water heater or whatever. So,
well, the basement for me would be turned into the studio.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I'd probably put up some kind of fake wall anyway.
Oh, for sure.
Green screen, you know, get everything down there, have the lights set up constantly and film down there, then come upstairs and work in the office.
It's good soundproofing already, isn't it? Basement.
Well, if it's all cement, it could be echoey. We'd have to soundproof still, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was great. I mean, we'll think of more stories. Maybe we'll tell them another time. But the flight home, we'll just end on that because that was a nightmare. I mean, I don't even know where you want to start.
Oh, we could start at the airport.
Let's start at the airport.
Before we even get to the airport, we're in the car. Kristen's driving us to the airport, and we're getting these notifications like bing, 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 bing. Super good. In the span of, I think, 2 minutes, they've changed the terminal 5 times.
They changed the terminal and delayed the flight
no,
5 times.
We didn't find out the flight had been delayed
One
until
of
we
those
went through
was a
security.
delay.
Oh, well, I didn't see that one, but yeah.
But yeah, it was like this, you go to this gate, this gate, this gate, and we're driving in at that point. So Kristen's like, what gate is it? And we're like, A, and she heads to A, and then ding, C. And then we have to leave and go, and while we're leaving to go to C, it's ding, B. It's B now. It was ridiculous. But we finally get in. Of course it's delayed, so we're there 2.5 hours early, which everyone deals with delays. That's fine, I guess.
Yes.
There was stuff that happened when we were waiting, but unless you want to tell any of it, it's just little.
Just the normal stupid.
It's just the normal stupid stuff.
The airports.
But then, I don't know how we're this unlucky, but the same thing happened with the boarding, and the offboarding, but the boarding.
But they did the thing with the bags for some reason.
Yeah, well,
that was...
they decided there wasn't going to be enough bag space, so they started checking everyone's bag at the gate, which happens sometimes, and it always pushes back how long it takes. But then also people were just taking forever to get to their seats. But we finally sit down, and I didn't say this about the first flight, but I was unlucky on the first flight.
Yes.
I had a couple next to me, they're a young couple, and I crap you not, they were making out the entire way there. It was so weird.
Props to them for making out with masks on, man. I mean,
oh, that was another thing.
Dude, that was another thing.
Yeah, the little old lady that was sitting next to me, she pulled her mask down for 2 seconds to like answer her husband. Oh, they got you too. To like answer a question because her husband was like,
dude, mine was
deaf.
way worse.
And
in my
they
opinion.
yelled at her.
Mine was way worse. So you have to leave your masks on, which I get. It's fine. But like I had just taken a drink. But the couple next to me were like mid making out.
Yeah.
I had just taken a drink, put my mask back on, and it like slipped down over my nose. Right as she looked at me and she went, "Sir, your mask needs to be all the way up." And I literally was like, "Are you kidding me? You want to help?" Because they were both kissing the whole time and then doing this crap with each other's arms, like doing this like scratch crap the whole time. And I'm just there like the third party man in the room, like, "Excuse me, can I at least have some scratches?"
all right, well,
so I had the bad luck on the way up, but Kim, in my opinion, had worse luck on the way back, even though she's way nicer about it than I would have been.
No, because I'm so desensitized to the normal stupidity of the planes. So like babies with full diapers, I'll take that over. I don't know why this always happens to me. I always end up sitting like almost right next to the bathroom. So every 2 seconds, somebody's getting up to go, and they're using the back of my seat to like steady themselves, and they're yanking it like every 5 seconds. I'll take the poopy diaper baby over that.
Yeah, that's what Kim didn't even tell you.
I hate that.
The person next to her had 2 babies, and she had to hold one the whole time, and it pooped twice.
What?
And she cleaned it twice, like
poops.
Literally. Like I looked over because you can immediately. I mean, you're
it's
trapped
bad.
in a cabin.
bad.
Immediately,
Believe me, I know.
it hits you, and I look over, and like she's not even on the seat on the window. She's next to Kim with another baby on the window seat.
Yeah.
So she is next to Kim, baby in arm. No pants, like wiping it, and I look over. It's gross to say, but I look over. I immediately saw baby pee-pee, and I smelt the smell, and I looked back like, I will I would gladly have the making out couple back. Like bring them back.
Welcome
next to me.
my life.
Because that is
I get it.
way worse. Like at least the masks did actually help cover some of the smell, but that was brutal, dude.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what
good,
she was feeding
I don't
that
know.
baby.
To me, like the baby can't help it. It's not his
No,
fault.
I know. I was mad at the couple.
Yeah.
I am not mad in any way at a
No.
woman taking care of her baby.
Of
Like
course
she's got to do what she's got to do. Like I am not in any way putting any
No,
hate
but
on
that
that.
is pretty
I'm
bad
just
luck to
saying
be
I
sat
will
next
take
to.
the making out couple that I hate over this poor lady that had to change her baby because
I felt bad.
I
Because you know
mean,
she
I
took
was
that
only,
baby to
like-
the bathroom before, and he just doubled down on the plane.
Because I should say, by the way, for anyone that's confused, like, wait, are you sitting together? Like, what's the situation? For
We were
some
supposed
reason,
to
on
be,
both
but-
flights, they gave us aisle seats on
Yeah.
either side.
I don't mind the aisle.
So we were technically next
Yeah,
to each
I
other.
don't mind it.
I
That's
hate
fair.
it
Oh.
because I get anxiety on planes, and we didn't have turbulence on the plane. However, they said that we would have turbulence
they
on the plane.
guaranteed it.
So the whole time I am freaking out already. Like my hands are clammy. Anytime there's a single bump, I'm like, here it comes. And like
Yep.
I'm managing to hold it together. I'll be honest, I don't want to bring down the show, but I've been having a lot of anxiety issues ever since my seizure. I don't know what's going on. It's still a thing where
We need to
the
get you
smallest thing
scanned.
happens and I feel like I'm gonna pass out and have an attack.
Yeah.
I love that you're laughing right now, Eric. That's perfect.
Can I tell you? Can I tell you why I'm laughing?
Why?
Because Amber and my son have the show on upstairs.
Yeah.
And allegedly, Amber just texted me and said that my son is commenting on what you're saying and what Kim is saying. He's saying, "Change Bubba, change Bubba."
That's cute.
So
That's
he's
really
commenting. He's engaged. He's watching Dad on
Good.
TV.
Well,
Anyway,
he
go
needs to
ahead.
read the room because I'm getting serious.
You hear that?
I'm kidding, Bubba. I'm kidding.
That's funny. That's funny.
What was I? Anyway, so I'm like verge anxiety attack again, and then it happens. The seatbelt sign comes on,
Oh God.
and the air hostess lady, whatever her name is, starts running.
Yeah, dead sprint.
Running up the aisles. I've never seen this before.
No.
Going to every person. You got your seatbelt on? You got your seatbelt on? Do you have your seatbelt on? Sir, can you please put your seatbelt on? Can you put your seatbelt? Because usually the seatbelt sign comes on during turbulence. They don't say anything. You just put the
Yeah.
seatbelt.
She was
But she was making sure everyone had the seatbelt sign on. And then for some people that had like drinks and stuff, she had a bag and she was on the tray. She was like, even though they're like half full, she's like, get rid of it. Get rid of it. Tray up, please. Get rid of it. So I'm
my
like,
God.
we're about to hit it.
Yeah.
And this is where I hated being like not next to Kim, because whenever this happens, I literally just grab Kim's arm with my whole like body, hug her, and put my head into her because like I know I'm about to lose it.
Yeah.
And now I'm sat there with an aisle between us and people running up and down, so I'm alone. I'm alone with like no
Yeah.
one. And I just have this full-blown anxiety attack. And I remember in the moment thinking, I am never, ever setting foot on a plane again. And I had this other thought, and I'm not even kidding. We're like an hour and a half away at this point. I thought to myself, what can I do to land this plane now? Like I wanted off. And I was considering like I'm having anxiety attacks, so my brain is everywhere. But I'm considering like legitimately asking them to land the plane because I couldn't handle it in that moment. But I breathed. I grabbed Kim's hand, turkey leg,
Ham.
and I managed to calm down. I managed to calm myself down over a couple of minutes. And here's the thing: we never hit freaking turbulence.
Oh man.
It never hit. Like 10 minutes in, the seatbelt sign just went ding and turned off.
And then she brought drinks
Nothing
back.
happened.
Nothing.
I can't stand that.
I wanted to like shake her. Like, why did you do that to me?
They really thought they were gonna hit it.
That
I
was
don't know.
the worst anxiety attack I've had on a plane. The worst part is I had to stop playing Dread for 20 minutes
Yeah.
for no reason.
Man, that reminds me
I
of the,
have so much. Go
oh,
ahead.
that reminds me of the worst. The last time I was on a plane, it was the worst experience of my entire life. And it was, we actually hit the turbulence. Like nobody said anything special was going to happen. This was like I've had a little bit of turbulence before. Have you ever seen stuff hit the ceiling of the plane cabin before?
Yes, and I'll tell
Yeah.
my story. I want to hear yours.
Oh my god. I just remember like sitting there and like is this like how I'm going to die? Like is this my
Yeah.
last flight? Is
That's
this
what you think.
this is where it's going. It's like oh man. Yeah. it's terrifying. Like you think through those things, like, you know, statistically, this is the easiest, the least likely way that anybody's going to die of travel. You know, like it's the safest method statistically. But then I'm also thinking like, well, statistically, people don't really fly as much as any other form of travel. So it's like I'm like second guessing the statistics. I'm like doing like calculus.
Yeah,
in my
I do the
mind.
same thing.
And I'm like, how are these statistics wrong? These are definitely wrong because I'm definitely dying today. You know,
The statistics don't matter when you're plummeting out of the air
No,
sporadically.
not at all.
Like they don't matter.
yeah, when it legit feels like you're in a roller coaster and like your stomach is going into your throat, you're like, logic leaves the room. You know,
I'm so weird because I actually used to love flying and I didn't have an issue with flying and I even hit turbulence before. One time I was flying with my friend Ali and we hit turbulence so bad that one of the air hostess was having an anxiety attack in the back and 2 people were trying to calm her down, which was making me worse. But the drink cart flipped over, like it was upside down. The turbulence was that bad. And I remember being freaked, but like I wasn't like anxiety attack level freaked. Now we hit like a bump and I'm gone. I'm out of there.
yeah.
I think I'm there mentally. Like I haven't flown since New Year's Eve of 2018. That's the last time we flew from the US to Australia. It's a different story now with our son. Like I'm so anxiety ridden of flying in general now with a kid. It's like I'm putting my son's life in the hands of the pilot here. It's like I couldn't care less what happens to me, but it's like this little dude. Oh my god! And it's like it's such a long flight too, as you know. It's just like I think it's worse in your head, as you guys know. But I don't know if I could fly ever again. I have to because I want to go home. But it's like
flying is
I
terrifying.
just made it worse.
Like
it's awful.
That's what I think when like that sign came on. I was like, if we hit turbulence right now, it's an hour and a half until I'm home. That's so long to be having an anxiety attack. Yeah. But can you imagine getting on a 24-hour flight or whatever to Australia and hitting turbulence in the first like hour and me having that moment of like, what can I do to land the plane?
It's
like,
pretty smooth. Like I will say, flying across the U.S., it's usually pretty turbulent.
I think it's the bigger planes. I think those massive like double-decker planes that you ride across countries, I think they're just like they don't hit as hard on the turbulence.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's the rinky-dink ones that are like getting tossed around like an ocean, like a ship at sea. Yeah.
Like the 3 states to 3 states kind of one, like we were on. It's just easier to like
oh my god,
bump it around.
It's like an aisle of 2 rows of seats and then an aisle of 1 row of seats, and you're like, yeah, oh, it's the worst.
That's exactly why my father doesn't fly. He was I think he was flying in Hawaii back in the early 80s from one of the islands to another island.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know the exact details of what happened, but it's been enough to like totally see it. Like hasn't flown in almost 40 years as a result.
Those island hopper planes are rough.
Yeah.
They're way too
They're
small.
so
Like, there's no way.
tiny.
That's another reason why we want to drive next time, just because there's so many reasons to have a car there,
Yes.
but also like if I can avoid just flying
Anytime
that one
we can
time.
avoid flying would be good.
You know, and honestly, like I've driven across the United States a few times, and it's always been worthwhile. You know, legit.
Yeah, it's
like,
a good drive. It's
especially
fun.
especially when you like make your way off of the interstates. Like highway driving is so nice, it's so gorgeous.
It is.
As if you don't like try and gun it in one day, and you actually like plan like I want to be here in 10
Yes.
hours, and we'll do this thing here,
Yeah,
and here in 10 hours do this thing. Like it helps break it up.
that's
Yeah,
the way.
for sure. That's what we did when we went to SoCal. We went to we saw
Yeah,
some cool
we
stuff
drove
in
with
New
Billy.
Mexico.
Yeah, Billy asked me if we want to drive again in February, and I was like, I don't know, because we'll be driving in TooManyGames. That's a lot of driving. That's a lot of driving.
That is
America
a
is
very
big.
long drive.
Yeah, and as fun as it is, a lot of it is just freeways and like trees, and you
Yeah.
don't really see anything.
It's nicer than Australia because it's like if I was to drive from here to Sydney, I think it's about 10 hours, and most of which is like back country roads until I get on the highway towards. It's
Just
very barren.
dirt road.
Dirt, as you know. I remember you driving a Bunnings Ute pickup truck from Adelaide
Oh yeah.
to drop off your entire game collection.
Was it Bunnings
you
or
would-
was it U-Haul or something?
Oh, I don't know.
But yeah, a rented Ute. Yeah, I did that in one drive. That was like 10 hours.
You did, yes.
Well, that was our weekend, and you know it's always fun to complain about flights, but end of the day, it is what it is, and don't be scared of flying if you want to travel.
Necessary evil.
Absolutely.
It's a necessary evil. Just turbulence. Some people just don't care. Like legit. That's the one last thing I wanted to say. Like that old guy on his iPad. We hit turbulence on the first flight. It wasn't that bad. I freak out, but there are people that don't care. There was this one like 85-year-old, and he's just like, we're bouncing up, and he's just on his iPad.
Bonus
he doesn't
time.
care.
He doesn't care.
He's like, he's like, I've lived long enough. This is fine.
Yeah. He's like, this is how I go. That's fine.
Some
He's
people
made
just
peace.
aren't bothered.
Yes.
Like I've been in really bad turbulence before, and the guy next to me is just trying to get his drink. Like he's just like bouncing up and down. Like, so, yeah, some people just aren't bothered by it.
No.
They're just speed bumps in the air. That's all that is, honestly.
The last thing I was gonna say, and this was it was gonna be a tangent, but I'm just gonna like throw it out there, is kids are crazy now. Because there were two little kids in front of Kim and I, and the one that I could see on the right here, she had an iPad she was playing like point and click games on. And again, this was gonna be a whole tangent, man. I'll just keep it short, but she was a wizard, dude. Like, so there's this point and click game. I guess she's just grown up her whole life playing games with her fingers. But it was like a dentist room, and you had to like do like the patient with like everything. And she's using like 3 fingers on one hand because it's propped up. She's grabbing like the cleaner, the pick, and then like a glass of water. And she's like cleaning with like this finger, and then she's like moving something over with another one, and then like brushing something else. And she's like, in the meantime, getting something else ready for the next patient with the other hand. Like her brain.
Oh my God.
The way it was like manipulating the screen, I was just watching it transfixed. Like that the next generation is going to be weird when it comes to certain things with technology, because they're growing up with iPads, and they're growing up with touch controls, and they're growing up like with all of this stuff that we didn't have when we were kids. Like I'm sure it was a mix of she's probably played that game like 50 times and knows what to do, but just the fact that her brain
Even
could
still,
like do all of that at one time, like maybe she was just like a whiz child or something.
I don't know.
Multitasking.
Does your kid have an iPad yet? Is he doing any of that?
We try and limit screen time, because there's a lot of parents that just sit their kids in front of an iPad and just say, screw it, I'm just going to go.
Yeah, I think
whatever.
I met one.
So I try and do it, like, but sometimes in order to get him to eat, we have to have him watch a show or something, because he'll sit in his little high chair and then he'll say, show on. So we have to put the iPad in front of him. So he'll watch his favorite show.
Okay, Daddy, show on.
If he says different, because his favorite word right now is different. So if he doesn't like watching something, he'll say different, and then he'll tap on the YouTube app and find something different and different. But it's not good for your attention span to watch something for 5 seconds to say different.
Don't get him on TikTok then.
Oh my God. That's a whole nother story.
I'm going to take that skill actually next time Kim and I are watching TV and I'm bored. I'm just going to go different. It's just wait for Kim to change the channel.
It's like he'll watch the first 5 seconds of Blippi, and it's like, different. It's like, you haven't even seen it yet. You don't even know what it's about.
I feel like everybody feels
That's
that way about
funny.
Blippy, though. Ugh.
I think you should let him on the iPad though, because I want your kid to become a savant.
Oh, yes.
Okay, we'll do that.
It was crazy, man. I was so impressed.
Yeah.
Kids
all
these
right,
days.
that's everything I got. That was our weekend. I was really excited to get Kim on here and talk about all of that, because, we don't really get to do much. We haven't done much in a couple of years.
No.
And whenever we have done stuff in the past, we haven't had a podcast to talk about it. And there's not really a place to like, this is what I did on the weekend.
Yeah.
So
We're not vlog
Yeah.
people.
yeah, this was
Yeah.
I was very excited to tell all these stories. And thank you to everyone listening, and you two for letting me and Kim share them all.
Of course,
It was a
great to listen
majestic
to.
vlog.
Oh
Oh,
gosh.
I got that.
you forgot the little stand-up comedian we had at the Liberty Bell that razzed you while we were waiting in line.
There was a lot of little fun things,
yes.
but when we were waiting to see the Liberty Bell, last story, we were stuck in a 20-minute line, and there was a guy who gave you like the whole history rundown. He was just like screaming it to the line, like, "This is the Liberty Bell, and it was cracked, and blah, 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 blah. It was supposed to be here, but it ended up here for reasons."
Yeah.
And he was throwing in jokes and stuff, and then he ran out of his speech, and he just looked at me, and he's like, "Where are you from?" I was like, "Australia." And he went, "Oh, I've been to Australia. You from Sydney?" And I just don't like, I was like, yes. Like, yeah, for
Wallaby
sure.
Way.
Wallaby Way, Sydney. He's like, "Oh, yeah, I went to Sydney. They told me that I would see a kangaroo and a koala. I drove around everywhere, and I didn't see one. So you know what I did? I was like, what? I went to the zoo. As soon as he said that, he turned tail and walked up the line. It was such a power play because everyone around me now was laughing at the dumb Australian as he walked off. And I was like, I looked around at everyone and I was like, I'm not even from Sydney.
You bloody drongo, mate.
I lied to him.
I kind of got a little laugh back then that made me feel better, but it was such a power play.
Yeah.
He was funny though.
He was lovely.
That's funny.
All right, that's all I got. You guys got anything else?
I think producer's about to say it all for us here.
Fist bumps only.
Wait, hold on. Sorry, we're at the end of the podcast, but the chat, because we're live, reminded us we had one story that I said I would tell. It's Kim's story. So go ahead and tell it, Kim.
Oh, I think you'll tell it better than me.
I
to be
probably will
honest.
because
Yeah,
it's
go
what I
for
do.
it.
But you
It is
tell
what
it
you
anyway
do.
because it's your story.
No, we had a bunch of people come up to us that weekend, and they were all super nice, and they all had like really nice things to say. But there was a man that came up to us, and he told us a story about his daughter. How old did he say his daughter was?
Like 5,
Like
8,
5,
something
maybe?
really young.
Yeah, little. And he said that her favorite video is the doll repainting video, and she watches it like every day.
Yeah, he said that she's always like, doll video, and like wants to watch that. Different. But like not, like same. Because she wants to watch that one video, and it's so sweet. And
I regret not asking him if he wanted me to mail him the doll. Because
Yeah.
honestly,
well, if you're listening to this,
yes,
doll
if you're
man,
listening and you want the doll,
we immediately had the thought of if your daughter wants the doll, Kim still
Yeah.
has it,
I have
and we will
her.
That's
we will
cute.
mail it to you for free.
yeah, her arm is still broken, but I taped
So
it.
hit me up or Kim up either way on Etsy,
Yeah.
whatever, Twitter,
Twitter,
and we'll send
whatever,
you the doll for your
whatever.
daughter because
Yeah.
that story was
If
adorable.
you think she would want it, I will mail it.
And then there
because-
was another fan that came up and had your little like pin.
yeah,
on,
Ashley. I followed her on
and
Twitter,
she
yes.
loved both of us, and she was the
Yes.
first fan we spoke to, and she was so sweet.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just wanted to add that story in because it's nice.
That's great.
So thank you. All right, bye now, everyone.
now.
Bye.
Ta-da.
Thank you for watching and listening. Catch up with The Wood and Erek Show at woodanderek.com. Fill out the valued viewer form to be part of the show, and leave the boys a voicemail at 210-951-4927. Bye.